Hello everyone. In this video we will explore Nutanix Prism Element options together. In my last video I have created a Nutanix cluster on top of ES6i server as a nested virtual environment. In this video I'm going to demonstrate the video on top of a different cluster which I have created on top of three physical servers. So now that we are connected to our cluster, we see a screen with the multiple dashboard on the first page or in the home page, um, which is called Prism Element. This is the first page of Prism Element. Normally in Nutanix you will hear a lot of Prism. You will have two main Prism, which is Prism Element or Prism Central, which is PC or is called PC. Obviously there is another Prism Central, which is the centralized of other Prism Central, which is online. That's a different Prism. So usually you will hear only about Prism or Prism Element or Prism Central PC. So let's dive together quickly and see what are the options available on Prism Element. On the first page you will see all of this gadget which is available on your home page. I believe on Community Edition you won't be able to change the locations. The only options I see over here is just to add the charts. I believe you don't have options to change them, at least not on the Prism element. As you can see over here, we can see the hypervisor summary, Prism Central, if it's registered to Prism Central, our cluster or no. Down here we see a summary of our storage summary, how much total capacity we have, and then again if we click over here on view details, you will see it's giving us more details about our storage, what is the failure domain on our cluster, if it's a node, block, rack. As you can see here it's a node. What is the total capacity, resilient capacity, total usage, used capacity, recovery points, recycle bins. You have option to clear the space if you have anything consume the recycle bins and others. As you can see over here, we have one line which gives us an idea that how much maximum resilient capacity this particular cluster can have. So basically below this point, if you have any data below this point, as our failure domain is a node, it can tolerate one node failure. The moment it passes this one, then it won't be able to tolerate any node failure. That means you could lose some data if you have data across this line. And this over here, this line is a warning threshold. Okay. Again over here you see the number of the virtual machines we have in our cluster. Right now we see only 3 virtual machines. Those are our CVMs, controller virtual machines. So we do not have any workload virtual machines. If from top menu we select a VM and then we go on table, if we click the include controller VM, we see our controllers or our CVMs, and if we remove it, it will hide them so you won't be able to see them. And if again we click on X, it will return us back to the same home page. Down below we can see the hardware summary, how many hosts we have, how many blocks we have, and what is the version of our Nutanix. So if again on top we go and select our hardware, if we click on the host, as you can see here, we have the host names. um, it's not giving us any diagram. Let me see if I can see this one. That could be because my Nutanix are really old and it's community edition, but usually you will see pictures of your blocks. So a block means a chassis, and then a chassis can have a node up to 4 nodes in one chassis. Over here we are not seeing those that pictures, but obviously it's three nodes over here, and each one of them is considered one block. That's why you're using 3 hosts and 3 blocks. Each host is one block. Even though the Nutanix server which I have, it's one chassis with the 3 nodes inside it, but it's detecting it like this, maybe because my hardware is really old. In the middle we see um, 3, 4, 5 gadgets which are showing my cluster overall cluster performance. Obviously there is no graph or no lines available because right now I don't have any workloads in my environment, so obviously you won't see any cluster wide control IOPS, input output bandwidth or control latency. Down here we see the cluster CPU usage and the cluster memory. In the right side I see our health, the heart of the our Nutanix cluster. It's showing critical, and I have some issues which I have to look into it. Down here I have my data resiliency status. As you can see, it's okay. That means I don't have any failure as a hardware level on my Nutanix cluster. If I click on it, you will see some of the main component and services which, as you can see, they can tolerate one failure, which means all of them are up, and there is none of the services are down. Again, here we can see the failure domain is showing as a node. If I put my mouse on top of here, you can see that the configure domain is as a node and current domain as a node. Our fault tolerance again shows that how many failures it can take at the moment at the one simultaneously at the same time, which is one node. On the right side we can see critical alerts. What are the critical alerts currently happening on my Nutanix cluster? As you can see, most of them are related to a default password, which usually comes with the when you deploy a new cluster. Down below again I see warning alerts if there is any warning. We have critical and then we have warning, and if there is any info alerts available down here with the events. So that's all about the first page of our Nutanix cluster. What it shows in the home page. I will try to create a new video with information about all the options available on top of the menu and the settings. Thank you very much.